Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Fredrick Douglas Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show family. You know I love you. Praise God for you today. Listen, we might as well kick this thing off with being grateful. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I love this song so much because it reminds all of us that the best way to achieve the highest altitude is to have an attitude filled with gratitude. And when you wake up in the morning with the mindset, thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me. Think about what could have happened that did not happen. Look at what God has done that you know you couldn't have done for yourself. Really, the only thing to do is say, thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me. Rickey, it reminds me of the fact that, you're simply saying, I've got good home training. When you got good home training, you were raised right. You were raised to say thank you. And when you say thank you, it's because you acknowledge that someone did for you what you could not have done for yourself. You acknowledge that there was a power greater than you that bestowed upon you something that you perhaps didn't deserve, you didn't earn, but they did it for you anyhow. And listen, when you know God for yourself, you ought to have good home training. And when you have good home training, you move through the day with an attitude of gratitude. And Rickey, it's been scientifically proven that you cannot have in the same headspace gratitude and fear, gratitude and anxiety, because when you're grateful, in a real sense, anxiety can't hang out with you. That's why the Bible says, be anxious for nothing, but by everything with prayer and supplication with, here it is, thanksgiving, let your request be made known unto God, and the peace of God that passeth all understanding will guard your heart and guard your mind through Christ Jesus. Listen, here's what you do. God woke you up this morning. Why don't you move through the day with an attitude of gratitude and watch your mental altitude soar, because you are simply saying, thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me.
There it is, Pastor Haynes, man, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church. Let's get into this music. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir. Love you, Rickey. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Let's go.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, 13 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Alfreda's, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. It's Tuesday, April 1st, also April Fool's Day. Here's what's happening in the news. Brace for impact. Trump's Liberation Day is almost here. Starting tomorrow, new tariffs are going to hit Canada, Mexico, China, and the EU. Trump claims this will undo decades of those countries taking advantage of the U.S. Trump says he'll expand his tariffs to include pharmaceuticals, too. Now, whether this move actually liberates anything or just makes cars and meds more expensive remains to be seen. Market analysts are already predicting that Wall Street is about to be a roller coaster with all the uncertainty. The FDA's top vaccine guy, Dr. Peter Marks, just quit, blasting RFK Jr. for spreading misinformation and lies about vaccines. Marks wasn't given much of a choice either. Reports say he was told to resign or get fired. This comes just as RFK Jr. made the claim that COVID-19 did not kill healthy people, despite research proving otherwise. Louisiana voters just rejected all 4 proposed constitutional amendments, despite having heavy backing from Governor Jeff Landry, Donald Trump Jr., and even 50 Cent. One amendment would have lowered taxes and given lawmakers easier access to state funds. Another would have made it easier to try minors as adults. Landry blamed liberal billionaire George Soros for tanking his agenda. For more information on these stories, go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Here's Rock T with sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
And the Connecticut Huskies are headed to a record 24th Final Four.
Women's Final Four is set, ladies and gentlemen. UConn did it again, man. So you got UCLA, UConn, South Carolina, Texas in the women's Final Four. Paige Beckers dropped the coup 31 points last night. It's going down real big. Former owner of the Dallas Mavs, Mark Cuban, says enough is enough. He sets the record straight on Facebook that he had nothing to do with the Mavs trading Luka Doncic to the Lakers for Anthony Davis. He claims the Mavs screwed him after he sold the team. He thought that he was going to be running all basketball operations, but of course that did not happen after the ink dried. So
that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So he's like, man, I'm tired of y'all blaming me, saying that I got.
They ain't going nowhere.
Nah, man. I mean, and the crazy thing is though, Rick, if once they all get back healthy again, they still a pretty solid team, you know. But hey, this year you can scratch that. It's my quick sports report right there. Briggity Tat, what you got coming up?
Man, Rock T, will Pat Sajak come out of retirement for Wheel of Fortune? I got the answer in the hot spot up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, so Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 8:29 after the hour. Y'all time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Former Wheel of Fortune host Pat Sajak will return to the show one final time for a celebrity edition of the show on April 30th. He retired in June of last year after 42 years of hosting the show. This week of shows will feature appearances from several big names, including Regina Hall and more. The players will have a chance to win $1 million for the charity of their choice. That's going to be fun, and I know people are going to be happy to see Pat Sajak return, because who does it now? Ryan Seacrest. Yeah. I'm sure Ryan Seacrest is good, but Pat Sajak is who we grew up on, so I might even tune into that to catch Wheel of Fortune. All right, y'all, moving on. Singer Sean Kingston and his mother, Janice Turner, were found guilty on all 5 charges they were facing in their federal wire fraud case. Now, they were accused of defrauding businesses out of over $1 million in fraud scheme, including jewelry, luxury vehicles, and other items. The mother and son falsely claimed that they sent money to these businesses to pay for the goods, and then they kept the stuff even after it was discovered that the money never went through. The judge said Janice is a flight risk, and she is still in custody, but Sean is currently home in detention. The two will be sentenced on July 11th, and they both face up to 20 years in prison each on the 5 charges.
How many years?
Crazy. Up to 20 years.
And they're going to get a lot of that time, because the worst advice they ever got was to take that to trial.
Yep.
In a Fed case for fraud, wire fraud, and all that. They got so much evidence on you that they were stupid to take that to trial. Take the deal.
Take the deal.
Do 3 or 4 years and get out and go home.
Ooh. Him and his mother, though, like, that is crazy. Why would you do that? And we kept hearing it. All these jewelers want their money back.
Yeah.
These jewelers, they took their stuff.
To flex.
To show off.
He could have went with me and bought some jewelry. I'd have took him with to get some nice looking stuff for the low.
They definitely wouldn't want to go with you.
Middle of the mall.
Man, bro. Well, that's what happens.
I hate that, because you lock mama up. I would have went and just figured out how to get my mama out.
Right?
Right. Not the mama still in and he out. Could we swap it out some kind of way and let my mama stay out?
Them feds ain't got no heart.
That is crazy. Well, I guess keep them in your prayers, but they grown. They knew what they was doing. You can't do those type of things just to flex, just to look good, to show off your jewelry and your expensive things. If you ain't got it, figure out how to get it the legal way, please.
How to fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it, like Special K do. All right, y'all. Will Smith reveals Will Smith reveals that he was just offered the bag to return to the new Men in Black movie, but he says he'll do it after his upcoming tour. Check out what he had to say.
I told myself I was done with sequels. Yeah. I was like, I made enough sequels. I got some new things I want to make. Hour before I came down here, they just threw the bag for Men in Black, for another Men in Black. Oh, like an hour ago. And I was like, I'm supposed to be going on tour this summer.
Take the bag. Will Smith has played Agent J since the original film in 1997. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. For more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at Brat. Hit us up for them wake-up calls, y'all, at 866-9-RICKEY. That's 866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, John Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 12 minutes after the hour. Alfreda's, good morning.
Good morning.
What you let me. You about to say something about a date?
Oh yeah, you got a date
morning?
coming up. Not you, but I'm saying anybody. Here is a new tactic you should not try.
Let me look on my calendar.
Exactly. What you got? The Huffington Post just did this big story on floodlighting. Now, just in case you don't know what that is, floodlighting is when you expose way too much about yourself way too soon. Now, recently people have been doing it intentionally so they can fast track a relationship and just see if that person is mature enough to handle them. For example, Ricky, you might be on a date and say, okay, I'm an only child, I hate my dad, have a ton of debt, medical issues, and then say, hey, can you handle that? Now, you probably should not floodlight because you could scare a person off, but it's also unfair to dump so much on somebody you haven't even formed a real connection with yet. So experts say it's good to be open and honest about yourself, but there is a difference between, organically engaging conversation and immediately just waterboarding a date with your deepest traumas. What do y'all think?
Yeah, that's bad. I hate those kind of dates. You sitting there talking about all them damn problems. I get so turned off. All them damn problems. And now you talking about, hey, I just went through grief. I understand that or whatever, and I'm real good at, having conversations, giving some good advice or whatever. But when it's problem after problem, and then the problems got problems, and then the problems got problems, it's a turnoff.
Too many problems.
Overshare.
I'm like, as fine as she is, I'm not hitting that. I don't even want it.
Seems negative. Seems negative to come out with all that.
I mean, if it's an organic conversation and the other person's asking questions and you're just answering the questions, then that can lead to. That's different. But if someone's just going on and on and on about themselves talking, that's a turnoff, man. Deuces.
Yeah, I just think you should wait.
And then when you're having a conversation, and then they start turning, and when you start to express yourself, and then they make everything about them. They turn it into them. They're not listening, and they're not listening to understand you. They're listening to I don't know, to even in a debate, they're listening to respond, and it's just not a good conversation, and it gets kind of awkward and weird, or whatever. And I start them commercials start going in my head. Liberty.
Wait a minute.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, y'all machine wasn't working, man. So I just pulled up to the window.
Okay, go ahead, place your order.
Yeah, let me get 1 orange juice and 2 sashi biscuits.
Okay, I got the orange juice, but repeat the other part for me.
2 sashi biscuits.
We don't sell sushi here at McDonald's.
I ain't say nothing about no sushi, man. What is wrong with you? I need 1 orange juice and 2 sashi biscuits, man.
Okay, hold on. I got the orange juice and I got the biscuit part. Can you repeat the other part for me, please?
Bruh, 2 sashi biscuits.
You know what he's saying, man. Don't do that man like that.
Brothers, I just said the same thing you just said, man. Look, I ain't got time today before you be playing with me. I got somewhere to be. Give me 1 orange juice and 2 sashi biscuits, man. That's it.
Okay, so I got 1 orange juice, 2 sashi biscuits. Right?
That's it. The same thing you said. It wasn't that hard, was it?
No, it wasn't hard at all. Could you go pick up your order at the second one?
All right, man.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 4 minutes after the hour, Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Gabrielle Union is in the news again. And I tell y'all, Miss Union has been in the news lately a lot. And, honey, wherever there's a little smoke, there's some fire. Now, they're saying Gabrielle Union revealed, y'all, how she learned to forgive Dwayne Wade after he fathered a child. She said, listen to this. There are triggers, and listen to this story. It touched my spirit. Now, they're saying that Dwayne and Gabrielle, they first met back in 2007, but they didn't start a relationship until 2009. Now, the two were a fan favorite couple, they say, but over time, their crowded schedules caused them, y'all, to press, pause on their romance. Now, while they eventually got back together and were married in 2014, things changed when Wade told Union that he fathered a child with another woman during their break. Now, Miss Union stuck by her man's side, they said, which is something she said she wouldn't have done if she had been the woman she is today. Now, and when asked how she learned to forgive her now husband, Gabrielle said forgiveness, y'all, can be a lifelong process. Take out what I'm talking to y'all. Now, they're saying Union and Wade split back in 2013, but only for a little while. Now, Miss Union was filming back-to-back movies, and she and Wade couldn't make things work with their busy careers. But during that brief split, they said Dwayne got another woman pregnant, and he recalled how difficult it was to tell Gabrielle what had happened. Now, Gabrielle ultimately agreed to work through it with him, and the two were married back in 2014. But to this day, she says, y'all, there are still triggers, honey, that complicate forgiveness. Y'all hear what I said? There's still triggers that complicate forgiveness. Now, she spoke to a podcast back in 2022. Now, they said Gabrielle opened up about what forgiveness was really like. She said there's things that are continuous. There are triggers that you take that take you back. She said it's forgiven to a degree, but every day, honey, we're human beings. Every day there's still something that we do that triggers someone else. Now, she also said that she doesn't necessarily agree with the mindset of just moving on from something bad that happens. Forgiveness, y'all, is or can be a lifelong, and she said she's okay with it. She wanted to talk about that stuff. Did y'all hear what she said? She said things trigger you, honey. She said forgiveness is a lifelong damn thing. She said, she said what she went on to say, when you survive, y'all, the worst and public humiliation upon public humiliation, and yet you're still standing and you're still thriving and you're still, honey, succeeding. She said, yeah, honey, you feel like the freaking Avenger, honey. But it's really something. She said, despite going through serious difficulties so many years ago and continuing to work through them today, she said she and Wade do seem to have a solid relationship. We think you could just forget something overnight. You can't forget nothing overnight. I can forgive you, but, honey, that's a lifelong thing. You done had another baby, an outside child on me and stuff, and, honey, and I'm just supposed to just like, oh, that was public humiliation. And I've always said, and that bothers me, it's just like I always said with my parents, honey, whenever I knew my dad was out creeping or whatever, honey, I told my mama. If I found out about it, I told her, because they nowhere in hell I'm going to have my mama out there, honey, grinning up in Kwakwika face, and she's screwing her husband.
How you spell that, Gary?
However you put it together. I think that's humiliating. You gonna build me something down by the face and they cheating with your damn husband or whatever. No, ma'am, honey, that's humiliating, and I want it. I need to know about it. So I told her.
Was helping your daddy out.
Wait. I don't give what she needed to do. I don't give a damn what she was damn doing. You
gotta give Miss Earlene her props.
No, give Miss Earlene nothing, damn it. You don't. I mean, yeah, you can forgive, but I'm just not gonna forgive you overnight. We're going to just wake up, oh, I'm sorry, I forgave you. You buy me some damn flowers or a ring or something. No.
Things take time, Gary.
Well, she said it takes time. It is a lifelong process, but don't expect me to just forgive you, damn it, when I just, because you said you sorry. It's sorry, honey, when you bump a car. When you impregnate a damn another woman and bring another human being, that ain't a sorry, honey.
Yeah, that's a few bumps. That's a few bumps.
It takes some time, and I'm sure every time she see that child, she's reminded.
Yes, she is.
Of that, and I'm sure it is a trigger, but if she love him, and she does, she got to fight through it. And she gonna stand by her man through that mistake.
And bumping the cars like that, boom, but bumping somebody else like that.
Bye, Ricky.
Oh, Lord, honey. My Lord, but it's just something I feel bad. I feel so sorry for Gabrielle, honey. Because and now, but I think she's even talking more so now that since Dwayne let us know that he had kidney cancer and stuff or whatever. I guess she like putting these stories out of the lecture. I said, now you gotta pay now, brother. You didn't do that. You gonna go out there and do it again? Oh, you gonna just sit home now? I gotta bring you. Oh Lord, I can't say how the things I want to say. But anyway,
thank God.
Yeah, honey. But it's interesting though. But I'm glad she's speaking out about this, and and saying the things she said, and letting us know that it is a lifelong process. It's not something that you just, honey, get over overnight. Have y'all ever went through something, that you realize that you have to still, it's a lifelong, you can forgive a person, but it's still not just something you're going to forgive overnight. Yeah. It's a process, and you do get triggered.
Bringing home a baby. That's unforgivable.
Yeah. So it's unforgivable for you. So you wouldn't forgive?
Oh, no. I would forgive, but I wouldn't be able to stay.
Yeah, my ex, I got pregnant on me. I was feeding the baby with a slingshot. In the car.
Oh, Ricky.
I had all the other kids at the dinner table.
The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is lavender mist. On the high end, you say lavender mist, and on the low end, you say beautiful light purple. That's your color for this. Oh, my God.
Hey, open your mouth. You want to eat, don't you? You want to eat, don't you? Pop that slingshot, boy.
Popping them peas over there.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I got the wake up call. Get in the 8669, Rickey. Here we go.
Here we go. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Get it together. You up this morning. You in your house shoes. Start with baby. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. Come on. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from? So come on. And just wake it up.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. This is your girl Joy on the way to work. I just want to wake up my grandbaby Nye, my daughter Lolly, and my grandson Ja, and all my grandchildren in Virginia.
Good morning, Miss Misha and Hey from Fort Lauderdale. We're calling to say, wake up, wake up, wake up. We love you, morning show.
Good morning, this is Jane Hernandez from Miami, Florida. I want to wake up all of Miami, 305.
Good morning, good morning. This is Jasmine. I'm calling from Humboldt, Tennessee, and I would like to wish my daughter Madison a very happy 13th birthday. Wake up, wake up.
Radio.
Come on.
The city tuned in, lock in. What's yours? Because we going to let them know then. Huntsville, wake up. Chattanooga, wake up. And Shreveport, wake up. Let's go. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Where you at, Jackson? Wake up. Where you at, Savannah? Wake up. And Charleston, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, Beyonce, Alowishus, what you got coming up next?
Hey, from floating houses to translating headphones, and is TikTok gone? I got all the details coming up in Techie Tuesday. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it's about that time for Techie Tuesday. We got the one and only Beyonce Alowishus with all our tech stuff. Beyonce, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
And
okay,
I want to give a shout out to you, Brat, Alfredus. Y'all ain't gonna believe this.
What?
I had water coming to my house from Amazon, and I didn't know how to stop it.
What?
I mean, it was coming for months. I got so much water.
He had a
Just
subscription.
What kind of water?
But how did I made a mistake and I didn't mean to do that.
I've done that.
So when
And
you
it come
open up
every month.
Yeah. So, when you have your
Like
Amazon
every 2
app.
weeks.
Yes.
And so what it is they'll give you a cheaper price if you do the subscription, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll get water once a month, but then you forget to cancel it, and it keeps coming, and then now you have a whole hallway full of water, and it's real tricky to find the cancel my subscription in the app.
Yes.
So we were able to stop that. So no worries, I got you.
Yeah, so anybody wants some water, let me know.
Okay, well, this is the season, right? So IRS season, people are getting their checks. I need to remind you that when you get text messages from companies, it is the best resource to go to their website and see if you have any messages in your account. There's a new time going on, so where people are getting a text message from the IRS, hey, if you want your payment, we need you to verify your address, click here. And again, they're getting their bank accounts completely wiped out. And then also remember, when you have like Cash App and Zelle and all this stuff, you need a side bank account so that way they can't get to all of your funds at one time. Your main bank account does not need to be linked into Cash App or anything. So a quick, as Gary would say, quick for free. And other news, TikTok, well, as early as this week on April 5th, is it going away? Most likely not. They're saying that Serena Williams' husband could be buying it. Also, is Elon Musk going to buy it? And or is Trump going to sign an executive order? A lot of people are freaking out about that. Well, we'll keep you updated on that. And there was a huge earthquake, 7.7 magnitude, and people are like, what can we do to stop earthquakes? Well, there's a new company, and it's called Danshin, and it's in Japan, and it has compressed air underneath these houses that they're building. So that way, when they detect seismic activities, it lifts the house off the ground to protect the house and the people who are inside the home from any damage from any kind of seismic activities. Wow. So these homes don't come crumbling down. So very, very, very cool. Also, if you go to the nail shop, Brat, Alfredus, and you're wondering if you might be the topic of conversation, well, I don't know if you know, but Samsung Galaxy headphones has live translation in them. And now Apple AirPods is also doing an update to their AirPods. So you can now get live, this one is coming to Apple AirPods, but you will be able to get live translation to all types of conversations from over 50 different countries. So you will know what's going on.
I got Translate on my phone.
I love it.
So I got Translate on my phone. I pay for it per year.
So no matter
where you go. They been talking about me. They was talking about me bad when I got a pedicure.
And I hit it, and you can read everything they saying.
I want to take Gary when we go as well. I can only imagine. Something else is going on. Well, if you are a fan of AI technology and you're always worried about your health and cancers, there's a new screening service. AI has been proven to detect 99.4% of breast cancer, colorectal cancer, esophagus cancer, and more. And what they're doing is they're now able to scan your CT scans, your MRI, and they can predict stage 0 cancer months before the cancer is even detected. They're saying that this should be available in most hospitals, hopefully starting in 2026. So, we always talk about the bad about AI, but this is some of the good things that you can work with your health. Mm-hmm. So for all these stories and more, you can log on to the RickySmileyMorningShow.com, or you can hit me up on Instagram at Beyonce ATL.
Gary, you want some water?
Yeah, and I'm just here because I showed honey. Because one thing, Ricky, I refill my water bottles, honey. So
with the sink water.
With the sink water.
I got plenty of it.
Well, I need
what
some.
kind is it? Fiji.
Yeah. It's all down the hall, Brat. It's all
coming.
on the porch, all in the garage. I got all this damn water.
Oh, my God.
Enough to fill up a swimming pool.
Oh.
All right, appreciate that, y'all. We got chicken and waffle mixes. Y'all line on the 1 and 2. Coming up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Yo, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Who's this?
Hey, J-Line.
You say
I'm so glad to talk to you instead of talking to Rick. Stinking.
The feeling is mutual.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know you was on the phone, Shotty.
I'm on the phone. Say what you gonna say. Say what. Let me say, Brett. Say what you say.
Nah, I ain't. You know what I hate, Shotty? When I'm trying to be. I'm the most responsible person in my family, Shotty.
By not being at work today.
Because I'm trying to be at work, but my family won't let me because they just irresponsible, and they part of my problem, and now then my problem, now they made my problem your problem. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm supposed to be at work right now. I ain't supposed to be out here dealing with they stuff. Cause I'm trying to be a grown man. I'm trying to be a adult, and they got me out here dealing with their problem because they can't get their stuff together. Can't stand no. I can't stand no concern. And this.
So you're not coming. You're not coming today.
I'm trying to get there, but I'm sitting outside that hospital waiting on my uncle. My uncle, man. You know my uncle who turned into my auntie, right? My uncle who used to be my uncle, but now he my auntie. He just had a baby. He just had a baby yesterday. Well, she just had a baby yesterday.
Hold on now. She was. So your uncle was born your uncle, and he's now your auntie.
Yeah.
And she had a baby yesterday.
Yeah, but then how you gonna break up with your baby daddy mama right when you had a baby? Because you find out that he would cheat on you with his other baby mama. She was cheating on him. She was cheating on him with his other baby mama, and he found out right after he had a baby. So now I'm sitting out here with the baby in the car seat, and she talking about he don't want to go back to the house with his baby mama because he found out he was cheating, and now he talking about he gonna be a man again.
What?
I'm confused.
Alfreda, did you follow that?
Not at all.
Yeah, he said he gonna be a man again. He said he been taking baby and be a single dad mama.
So he said gonna take his baby and be a single dad mama.
Yo.
Rock, you got it.
Cause he done broke up with the baby mama daddy. So now how I fit in all this, I just came to give him a ride to drop him off at the house and come to work. But now I'm sitting out here with the damn baby in the car.
That's a lot going on.
So your auntie, who is now your uncle.
Your auntie.
Yo. Yeah, my auntie she was first my uncle, but then she turned into my auntie, but now she want to be my uncle again. But she just had a baby, but he just had a baby. She just had a baby, and done broke up with her baby daddy mama.
Wait a minute, Ja, you got that?
And now he gonna be a single dad mom.
We gotta just let him take off, Rick, so we can try to figure this out, dog.
Ja,
honestly,
yeah.
What did he say, Ja Lane?
That's too much going on. He got too much going. I can't follow this.
Same.
So
Alfreda, you got it?
No. I don't.
Alfreda, you the woman in the group. You ought to understand.
I don't.
That the one that my uncle used to be my uncle. Then he became my auntie. Then he had a baby. And he became a baby. But now he want to go back to being a man. But he still got a baby to take care of. He's still a single mama. But he a daddy.
Yeah, no.
But what they got to do with you not coming to work though?
I can't get them out of the car unless I can bring them to work with me.
No, you can't bring all that up here. Black Tony.
Yeah.
Why you crying? Are you laughing because you're lying?
No, it's good.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, bye.
If you're naked, you can get in touch with yourself a whole lot easier. If you're naked, I ain't got to go nowhere. Sometimes I just sit at home in the den and watch TV. But naked. It's my TV and it's my den. I ain't got to put on no clothes if I don't feel like it. Sometimes I go into the kitchen and make a sandwich. Take it into the dining room, sit down and eat lunch, but naked. My damn dining room. From time to time, I go outside and work in the yard. I be mowing the lawn, washing the car. I wave to the neighbors. Some of them don't like it too much, but I really don't give a damn. That's my damn yard. It came with the house, and I ain't got to put on no clothes if I don't damn feel like it.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
God, dog, hey, Rock.
What up, man?
God, dog, Alfreda was out of breath reading that commercial.
I mean, dang. Get an asthma pump.
Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Yeah, baby, this girl, honey. Now she's going to learn how to read quick, baby.
Yes.
Condense those words, honey. Yeah. You can't stretch those words on this show, baby.
Yes.
Condense those words, honey.
I see.
Yes, Lord. You will be breathless, honey. But here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. If you're a fan of Wendy Williams like I am, honey, today is Wendy Williams Day because they're saying if you're in the New York or the Los Angeles area, there's a planned demonstration scheduled, y'all, for Wendy Williams. Now, they're saying these planned demonstrations are organized by Wendy supporters who are mobilizing, y'all, to advocate for the former talk show host amid, y'all, her ongoing guardianship battle, according to EUR Web, honey. Now, they're saying Wendy Williams resides in a $18,000 a month apartment on a memory unit at an assisted living facility in New York. Now, the demonstrations are planned for today, y'all, in New York and Los Angeles. The 60-year-old former talk show host was granted permission, y'all, to hire a new legal team to take on her request, y'all, to remove her legal guardian, honey, Miss Sabrina Morrissey. Now, Morrissey, y'all, was assigned to Wendy when Wells Fargo, y'all, froze her bank accounts due to unusually large withdrawals alleged, honey, by a family member. Now, the bank sent a letter to a judge suggesting that she be put in a conservatorship to protect her from undue influence and financial exploitation. Now, the judge then appointed Morrissey to oversee Wendy's finance, according to page 6. Now, I think it's a good thing, you know, and they're saying that, you know, they're doing things for Wendy. Wendy and her son, they made up, you know, from their difference, because, you know, allegedly the son was the one that was spending money recklessly. So now he and his mom are doing well together. So now Wendy want to get out this guardianship, because Wendy said, hell, she thought a guardianship was just to protect her money, not to protect her where she couldn't live her own life or what have you. Right. So we're going to see how this all turns out. And hopefully and prayerfully, you know, Wendy gets to move on with her life and do, you know, what she needs to do. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Huh?
Now, she was seen out with a stunt double the other day.
Oh, really?
Guess what they called them?
What?
Wendy's.
No.
We're not really
that buzzer at?
Oh, God, Jesus.
Brat.
Swing and a miss.
You get it, Brat?
I can't do it.
We get it, but honey, it just wasn't right. Wendy's.
I usually have your back, but baby,
You got to go back to the drawing board, honey.
I'll be here all week. Thank you.
You sure will be.
Yes,
you have enough time to make up for what you just said. All right, moving on in other celebrity news. They say female celebrities, baby, are living. livid, honey, and angry. I don't know what y'all doing, honey, but they're saying, honey, that these hair salons are furious, honey, with these women. They're saying some of these hair salons, honey, are asking their clients, Ricky, to wash and detangle their hair, honey, before arriving for their apartments. Now, it's in a new TikTok viral. They're saying Narissa Kimball said her hairstylist at a salon in Houston. And some people saying Beyonce used to go to that salon. Or if that's the one or if that was Miss Tina owned that salon, allegedly. I don't know. They said, but they're requiring women, honey, to wash their hair before they show up for their appointments. Now, they said the practice started at white women hair salons where clients wash their hair before arriving for color and haircut appointments. Now, they're saying that Ms. Kimball, who owns a fitness company, says natural hair is different from Caucasian hair. They say you don't wash black people's natural hair back to back in less than 24 hours. Now, she says she's mad and she don't like to be walking around with her hair looking like that. They say Kimball sometimes wear fall locks for weeks, and then the locks are removed, her hair, and it's matted and dirty. And then there's something they say a lot of female celebrities, honey, are talking about they just gonna have their hair done at their houses. Because I guess if you got the money, you can have a little salon in your house or whatever and stuff before going out, because they don't want to wash their hair and go out in the public and then get it washed twice. So do y'all female, do y'all have to do that? Do y'all wash? Is y'all hair that dirty?
Yeah.
Huh?
Now I have to wash my hair in my salon. I have to wash it the day before and wear it in its natural state because I wear my hair natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that neither. I mean, so what's the point then of going to the beauty shop then if you got to wash your hair twice?
A color and cut.
So they don't shampoo no more?
They do shampoo it, but they want to see they want it in its natural state because curly hair, it draws up. It's it's got a lot of shrinkage, so they want to see what it looks like as it's natural.
Okay.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess I didn't know that either, but congratulations to y'all. That's good, y'all doing y'all hair and washing it and stuff, and if you're not wearing the
doing our hair
and doing what y'all need to do.
Doing our hair, Gary.
Yeah. In my quick for free story, y'all. Oh my God, did y'all hear now we all love Jessica Simpson. Y'all like Jessica Simpson? Y'all hear what she said, what she does to get her voice nice and right and stuff?
What?
She said she revealed that she drinks snake sperm, y'all, to keep her voice in tip-top shape.
Ew.
Yep, that's what Miss.
How did she do that without getting bit?
Wait a minute.
No.
The snake is very relaxed at that
time. No. Nope.
Gary.
Nope.
Snake, boy.
She says a Chinese herb is like a Chinese herb, and it's just like honey.
So it's not coming directly from the source, and it was what you're saying.
I don't know where
you better get you some Popeyes chicken and some Lay's potato chips like everybody else to get their voice right before they go on stage. Because that's what I heard the gospel singers use. They eat Lay's potato chips.
Yeah.
And
really?
October London said, he eat Popeyes chicken before he go on stage. He said that grease get that vocal cords like running like oil. You know what I'm saying?
Aretha Franklin used to eat chips.
Really?
Yeah, I did some of the liquid Mucinex DM, Brat, before you go on stage. And then whatever phlegm you got on there, you can take the tablet. But if you do a half a top of that Mucinex DM before you go on stage, your vocal cords will be pristine. You can go on stage and articulate.
Yes.
Articulate. Did you hear me say articulate?
I did.
Articulate.
Well, y'all gonna articulate this, y'all. Congratulations.
I think I had too much coffee.
You should.
You're on a whole nother one this morning, dog.
Yes, Lord. Anything else?
What's that Wendy's joke again?
Hold on, since you asked. Yeah, Wendy Williams was out with her stunt double. What did they call them? Wendy's.
The clue today, honey, is Lavender Mist. On the high end, you say Lavender Mist. On the low end, just say Purple. For more stories and information like this, go to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show or follow me at GaryWDTA.com, honey. One more again.
You can do number start laughing, dog.
Baby, that was...
start laughing. You can do number start laughing. You had to go and laugh at that one.
I do just this time.
Look at you over there choking. All right, y'all coming up. Y'all give it up first. Give it up for Gary with the T if you want.
Did Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 26 minutes after the hour, y'all. So many women are beginning to complain that they now have to be the girlfriend and the boyfriend in their relationship because men are all soft.
Ooh, yeah, Ricky. Women are taking to social media to complain that their men are in their soft girl era now. And women have to be the men in the relationships. This means that men now prefer to be catered to, and they're also now into skincare routines. Don't like manual labor and want to be taken care of financially.
Now, some people on social media are in agreement saying there's just not enough masculinity in the world right now because men, they don't like fishing, they don't like mowing the lawn, stuff like that. However, others say we're going backwards as a society with this kind of rhetoric because men should be able to be themselves without being judged.
Somebody gonna text me talking about, do men still open the car door? Hell yeah. How you think we get in?
I will sit there till you do. I will just sit in that car till you do.
Come on, man.
It depends on where we going.
How you think we get in the car?
This man said.
If we going out for something fancy, then I'll open the door. If we just going to Kroger, you better get your ass in.
Come on.
I can understand that. You know, when y'all running a lot of errands, you jumping in and out, you got to go to Wendy's, got to go to the grocery store. You just running. You know,
do it anyway.
But on a date.
No.
Yeah. Now Grayson opened the car door for Miss Pat and and the twins and stuff
That's good
and opened the door or whatever. You know, I was making them open them damn doors when we went to Disney World. Just let the girls get on the ride first. Let the girls always wait, not be, even as kids and they're excited and anxious, had to calm that down to still remain a gentleman. So this morning we want to know, what do you think are men too soft and do women now have to be the men in relationships? Now hit us up at 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. Now the man being soft in the relationships, I don't know. What you think, Rock?
Yeah, man, that's kind of disappointing. Man, I know a guy that didn't even know how to put his son's bike together, and I'm like,
crazy.
I'm like, I said, dude, you know how to work a screwdriver or a wrench?
That's sad.
I'm like, come on, man. And so imagine what that looks like to your son.
Yeah. That's embarrassing.
Oh, come on, man. So I had to help put the doggone bike together for him.
Now I gotta admit, Ricky and Rock, y'all gonna attack me for this, but hey, I don't care. I don't like doing yard work.
Oh,
really?
Come on.
No, I had somebody cut my grass. I don't like doing yard work.
Oh, it's a difference between liking but knowing how to do it. You know how to do it.
I know how to do it. I used to do it, but I don't do it no more. I ain't did it in a long time, and I just don't.
I don't know. It's
y'all like doing that. I don't.
Not to me. I have a garden. I got some. As a matter of fact, I'm going to my garden today because I got to pull some greens up. To plant stuff for the spring. And it's something about working in your yard, getting dirty. And you just feel like a man at the end of the day when you sit on the porch and look out at the yard you done did and stuff and washing your cars and fixing stuff or whatever. Sometimes I change my own oil.
I did it yesterday.
I pull my car up on the curb and slide up under there and twist off that damn oil filter and put on a new oil filter and then open up that oil pan and put it and change your own oil and stuff. Sometimes.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes, man, it just feels good just to do stuff like that, because if you ever get in a position where you can't pay nobody to do it, you still know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Gary, what about you, Gary? You don't do no yard work or nothing?
Oh, no, no. Yard work was my first job, honey. When I used to cut yards with my Uncle Archie, I love yard work. I love a well-manicured yard and stuff like that, but I don't do,
But you really know how to cut grass.
Yes, I know how to cut grass. I know how to cut grass, edge, and weed eat, honey. And I know how to pull those coconut grass, honey, out the flower beds. I learned all that with my uncle. But a lot of the sisters, honey, are just transforming now. That's why they wearing more. You seeing more gay men with beards now. They going back to men because the men are not being men no more. They being queens. So it's a big transformation.
I can imagine you out there cutting grass with them little booty shorts on.
That's right, baby.
That's hard bottom Gucci shoes.
That's right.
Trying to get a man.
You gotta be cute.
And some clogs.
Some white. Oh no, he got on some white kitty heels. Some white kitty heels out there cutting the grass and with them little heels on. What's the word, Special K, when you stick the holes in the grass? Aerate.
Aerate. Yep.
Yeah, aerate the grass.
Yeah. That's right, honey. Make sure, honey, she get the
water.
water.
Brat, you had a lawn service.
I know. I love doing lawn. I love everything about it. Planting flowers, taking up the weeds, weed eating, weed smoking, just all of it. All of it is very therapeutic.
Yeah, I got some hibiscus. Yeah, man, hibiscus. I got some orange hibiscus, and I'm going to get me some pansies, some marigolds, some petunias, or whatever. I have a green thumb, man. When I tell you I love me some plants and flowers petunias? And some damn, petunias are beautiful. They kind of like a vine, and they have beautiful blooms. I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of plants that, I'm going to tell y'all something. This is just a little tip. If you get flowers that attract bumblebees, then you will have less wasps. Because bumblebees hate wasps, and they run the wasp off, so you ain't got to worry about your kids getting stung. You just got to deal with the bumblebees swarming around. But the bumblebees don't sting, but they get rid of wasps. They go and attack them all the time. So, and then, rosemary get rid of mosquitoes. Mosquitoes don't like rosemary. So I always keep you some rosemary plants. I'll do a whole lot of
peppermint too.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Mosquitoes can't stand it. So hit us up. We want to know what y'all think.
Ricky, before you go on, but more men are turning more to fingernail polishing now. They're doing their nails now. They're polishing their nails. I saw a football player on social media yesterday. He had his fingernails polished silver.
Don't say what team. Don't say what team. Do not do that to our team. Don't do that. Yeah, but he's a wide receiver. He's a great athlete.
He cold, though.
I don't care how cold he is.
Don't say what team.
What team?
Well, he got a good story, though.
What team, Gary?
I understand
What
that.
team, Gary? What team?
All right, 866-9.
Roll Tide.
What team?
He cold, though, dog.
Do that. 866-9-RICKE. Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
Hello, I'm calling from New Orleans, Louisiana. I think society just has an expectation on men supposed to be hard. Men are supposed to do this, men are supposed to do that. And when it all comes down to it, it's okay to be soft. It's okay to have emotions, Some relationships split responsibilities right down the line. So I think that's okay.
Hi, my name's Latrice, and I'm calling from Oklahoma, Kentucky. And yes, I do feel like the women are having to be men in the relationship. The men are walking around with white beaters and flip-flops and get their hair all twisted up with thread and weave. And the women are out here working 2 and 3 jobs and trying to raise the kids and take care of the house and everything else. So, yeah, the women are having to be men there.
All right, how you doing? My name's Fly from Baltimore. Men, we kind of got to be a little bit more submissive to these women because they a little bit more in control now. Like, they got everything coming their way through the government and all that shit that they get. It's kind of hard for a man to be the person they need to be, especially when you got somebody that got kids and they've been through a lot of stuff. It's emotional, and it's trying to be the person that you need to be for that person. It's crazy.
Name's Rob, calling from Cleveland, Ohio. Just wanted to say that a lot of women are still sitting in their soft girl era, and a lot of men are still sitting in their soft girl era. The men need to wake up, and the women need to continue to get to be women. Some of these men need to step up to the plate so these women can get to be soft. A lot of men just take that step back and let these women work because they're educated, and they take the time to let them lead the household as opposed to being a man and stepping up to the plate.
Well, I got to say something about that, man. If I had a woman that's a judge or making Oprah Winfrey, I promise to God she finna come on to a cut yard in some bath water and a damn steak. I'll take a damn ribeye steak and put some butter and some garlic and some rosemary in that skillet and cook that thing and sear that thing on both sides. Let them steaks rest for 10 minutes and chop it up and pour that jus over the steak and whip up some damn mashed potatoes or whatever and have some bath water running for her. And then I'm talking about have her a good relaxing night, massage her neck, rub her damn feet, and go and take her in the bedroom and fold her up. Folded up. And coffee in the morning because I know your docket is heavy and stuff. You got all them court cases you got to do. And the kids taken care of. Put the kids to bed. And I sit out there on the porch and smoke me a cigar with a glass of wine with my legs crossed, the king of my castle, while my woman is in there preparing for her next court date. Call us up if you couldn't get through 8669 8669-RICKEY. Hit me up, ladies. Hit me up. Hit me up. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next. About 10 before the top of the hour. Listen, y'all, make sure y'all drive safe out there. Now, listen, women are talking, they're taking to social media to complain that men are in their soft girl era now, and women have to be the men in relationship. This means that men now prefer to be catered to are into skincare routines and stuff. And then we were talking about they don't like manual labor, want to be taken care of financially, all that kind of stuff. I don't know about all that. But we were having a conversation off the air about men getting their eyebrows. Now, here's the thing about the eyebrows. If you got bushy eyebrows and they folding over and looking like a bang, and your barber getting your edge and say, hey, man, let me go and get these little wild hairs going down into your eyeballs. Let me go and cut them. That ain't no man law violation. But if you going just to get your eyebrows arched or something like that, that's something different. And ain't nothing wrong with getting rid of nose hairs. Because I can't stand, you talking to somebody and then they got a gray nose hair sticking out. I'm real self-conscious about nose hair. I got nose hair trimmer and I be running that thing up. Come
on, dog.
Oh, yeah, you got to do that.
Yeah, man, having nose hairs, man, or you in the car, you just pluck them out. Man, I can't stand nose hairs. So we want to know what do you think? Are men too soft these days? Or they're in the soft girl era, and women have to be the men in relationships? Hit us up at 8669-RICKY, 8669-RCKEY. Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
Calling from Houston, Texas, and I wouldn't say that my man is in the soft girl era because he is a real man. He just have a disability where I have to do most of the work now. So I wouldn't say that applies to everyone.
Yo, this ADYB from St. Petersburg, Florida. And women don't want men that's like their dad, so what they expect? I always hear women tell men, I don't want no man that's like my dad. So what you think you're going to get? You're going to get you a male best friend.
From Houston, Michelle, softer than tissue paper. This is Candy calling from Baltimore. And, yes, men are soft nowadays, but it's up to us to put our foot down because certain times we allow them to be men. They better get out there and help us cut the grass. If they don't know how to change a tire and you a woman that does, you need to show them, and they need to be out there getting taught because you should not be doing it by yourself. And once you teach them, then they on their way, and they can start taking the man role because you're not a man, you are a woman.
Yeah, we tired of women talking about some
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the other word, Taylor? And then it's stop.
Yeah, all of that.
It's stop. The word is no.
It's called vocal fry.
What the hell is that?
Vocal fry.
What the hell is that?
Yeah,
I had to tell my daughter, I don't know what that word is. It's no. No, why? Why? It's not why, it's why. Why?
Now, what happens when the men start doing that?
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen next. Men, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm like, yeah, you want to get your hair cut? Yeah. So each week we read a question from the Rickey Smiley Morning Show DMs, and Special K, what you got?
All right, so this lady says, I have a crush on one of my best friends. He's a sweet guy, handsome, and funny as hell, but he's definitely a man whore.
Whoa.
I've known him for over 20 years, since 8th grade. I'm coming out of a 9-year relationship that ended badly. I don't want to ruin my friendship with him, but he is almost 50 years old, so I don't see him changing his ways to settle down. We flirt a lot, but do you think I should let my real feelings be known? I'm thinking if we just link up, that might get things rolling into relationship mode. I have a date with another guy this weekend, but I know it's just a free dinner that isn't going anywhere. What should I do?
Don't fight it, man. It could be your soulmate.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What are your thoughts on that, Kay?
I knew somebody who was in a situation like that. She was friends with this guy for a long time. You know, single lady. She was like in her 40s, and she said that this dude had been her like best friend for a long time. Which, you know, and I said, well, why don't you just date him? She said, well, because we've been friends for too long. But then you know he linked up with somebody else, and then she had some feelings about it. But I'm like, that was on you. You should have.
But why you didn't say nothing?
I told her. She said that they were just too good of friends. She didn't want to mess it up. But then when he finally settled down with somebody else, she kind of had feelings about it. And I'm like, okay, but that's on you.
But did y'all hear what
you
the letter said?
Pillow talking all damn night. No one talk all night.
No, but Ricky, did y'all hear what the letter said?
He's a man.
Why would she date him here? She said he was a man whore. Why would I go with you and you're a man whore? If you do it to them, you're going to do it to me.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be stupid.
Well, apparently he ain't in a he's not in a relationship. So
because he's a man whore.
He's just living his life.
Oh, that was living your life?
Yeah, but she said she's known him. But in this situation, honestly, these make the best relationships. Somebody you've been friends with for a long time, and y'all just been avoiding, interacting in that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she might be she might be what he needs.
Right.
That might be why he's bouncing around from place to place. Because a lot of times men don't know how to, bridge that gap.
Right.
And the woman has to kind of guide him into it.
Well, I'm not for to guide you into it now that you've been with all these different doggone people, and every time I go out in the public here, there goes one, and there goes another one you've been with. No, no.
He probably doing it because he really want her, and she won't.
Yeah.
Well, he needs to tell her. Well, tell her.
If he really wanted her, he's a man whore. If he really wanted her,
he would time with her and taking her out to dinner and pillow talking with her.
He does that?
Think it is?
But she didn't say that. She didn't say that they've been dating. She just said she's known him, and she was in a relationship. So she's been in a relationship for 9 years.
Yeah, if they've been friends that long, he highly respects her. And if he decided to become an item with her, I think his man whore days would go.
Exactly.
He retired.
Yeah, he about to be 50. That's about when you run out of gas anyway.
Oh. Be somebody's friend laying over there with them damn basketball shorts on the other side of the bed, ass looking like Mount Everest.
Come on, dog.
So, Alfredas, do you think she should just let him know how she feels?
No, because I think if he wanted to go out with her, he knows she's not with anybody right now. He would try to go out with her. I think he's a man whore, and she knows he's a man whore. He knows she knows he's a man whore.
So maybe she should put that thing on him and
bring him. Land the plane. Land the plane.
Land the plane.
No, girl, keep circling that airport. Don't land it.
Nah, okay.
That's
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 26 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Alfredas, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's Tuesday, April 1st, and also April Fool's Day. Here's what's happening in the news. It's a big day at the polls in Wisconsin and Florida. Voters there are casting ballots in races that could shake up the national political scene. Now, in Wisconsin, a key state Supreme Court seat is up for grabs, while Florida voters will decide 2 vacant House seats, now both of which could shift the balance of power in Congress. Senator Cory Booker is on a mission and a microphone. The New Jersey Democrat has been holding the Senate floor hostage since 7 p.m. last night, railing against Trump's tariffs, education policies, and more. Listen.
The threats to American people and American democracy are grave and urgent, and we all must do more. We all must do more against them.
Booker has vowed to keep going as long as humanly possible, and the last time I looked, he was still there. Meanwhile, staffers, police, and pretty much anybody working the chamber are also stuck pulling overtime. Wings, beer, and bankruptcy. Hooters just filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in Texas, but it's not over just yet. This move is actually part of a buyout plan led by its founder to tackle nearly $400 million in debt. Right now, the chain owns over 150 locations with another 154 ran by franchisees across the U.S. For more info on these stories, go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Here's Rock T with sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
And the Connecticut Huskies are headed to a record 24th Final Four.
Yes, they are, ladies and gentlemen. The women's Final Four is set. UCLA, UConn, South Carolina, and the Texas Longhorns. They're going to be tipping off this Friday for the Final Four. It's going down real big. Former owner of the the Dallas Mavericks, Mark Cuban, says enough is enough. He's setting the record straight on Facebook that he had nothing to do with the Mavs trading Luka Doncic to the Lakers for Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
He claimed,
I believe that because he never would have done that.
Come on, man. I believe it too, man. He claimed that the Mavs screwed him, actually, after he sold the team. He thought that he was going to stay on and run the basketball operations, but obviously that did not happen. So, So good for Mark Cuban for speaking up and getting tired of everybody for blaming him, saying he had something to do with it. Shaquille O'Neal, Big Shaq Diesel, he tells a story about when he walked into a Rolls-Royce car dealership and got mad when the car salesman asked if he could afford these cars.
I don't want to spend $400 for a car. So I'm like, hey, man, how much is this? Nah, how much is this one? So finally the old guy says, yo, man, you asked about all these cars. Can you afford them? Now I'm pissed. I said, what the you just said to me? So I buy 3. That one, and I want them dropped off. Move the seat back today. I want them dropped. So 3 Royce roasted that never dropped.
He bought 3 of them, and he still don't even drive. But he just wanted to make a point.
But the point he made was the man got the commission, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was a hell of a point to make.
Yeah.
Wow.
Put one of his kids through college.
1.3 mil.
I would have said I went over to the black salesman and gave him the commission.
Yes, sir.
And then did it in front of him.
Exactly.
And then said I want him to clean the cars and drop them off.
Exactly.
That's the point.
Come on, dog. Yes, sir. So he said they don't even drive them. They just sit in his garage. Real quick, Rick Dog.
I'm take them right back up there in 2 weeks.
We 4 days away, man, for Stomp Wars, the big national step championships going down in Arlington, Texas. Rickey Smiley going to be in the building, family event.
Oh, man, can't wait.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, man, Stomp Wars is a big deal, man. Anybody out there, you know some at-risk kids, man, put them in the car, bring them to Stomp Wars or whatever, because it's going to motivate them, man, and get them headed in the right direction. They got a lot of programs that can help them succeed, and this is something that kids need to see. Stomp Wars, let's go.
4 days. Get to StompWars.com. Get your tickets right now. We going to be waiting for you. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We got the Hot Spot next.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it's the bottom of the hour, time for the Hot Spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Fitness trainer Sean T ain't here for the wave of celebs being accused of using Ozempic, pointing specifically to his client Lizzo as proof. Sean T says Lizzo did it naturally despite the speculation. He says she's a powerhouse in the gym. He also feels that even though weight loss drugs are popular right now, celebrities should not have to disclose how they lose weight. So far, Lizzo has lost 16% of her body fat, and here's what she had to say about her weight loss.
I did it. Today I stepped on the scale and I met my weight release goal. Told y'all I was gonna bump like this. Y'all didn't know that I could bump like this. Let this be a reminder that you can do anything you set your mind to. Now I guess it's time to set new goals.
Okay. Well, Lizzo is stepping into her next phase of confidence, and that is what's up. Congratulations to her. I mean, when y'all see somebody who lost weight, Gary automatically assumes that they own Ozempic. Do y'all think that too when people lose weight, or y'all think some people do still do it naturally?
Well, yeah, some people work out. There's a lot of people on here working out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It could be a balance of both, too. Working out, dieting, and that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, moving on, y'all. A New York judge dismissed one of the many sexual assaults against Diddy today after Jane Doe chose not to reveal herself. In the suit, Jane Doe claimed that Diddy he tried to sexually assault her in New York at a party in 1995. Back in January, attorney Busby filed a motion for Jane Doe to proceed anonymously, which the court denied. After the court ordered her to file a complaint under her name by March 20th, the judge dismissed the case because the attorney said that Jane Doe did not feel comfortable revealing her identity. Diddy's legal team believes that this dismissal is a sign of what's to come with all these other proceedings. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up I know, right? At least that's some good news. And hopefully, if anybody else is lying or whatever, or they don't want to come forward and do what they got to do, more of these charges will get dropped. And, we'll see what happens in the Diddy case because it's coming soon. It's right around the corner. It is in May. And happy April, everybody. Shout out to all my Aries. And happy birthday to Provi. All right, y'all.
Happy birthday, Provi.
I know. We're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. For more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. And you can catch me on all my social media at Brat. Coming up next, y'all, we got Dwight Stone with the praise mixed down. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.